In today's video, I will be going through the books that I got during the month of January. And I know that I'm supposed to be on a book low buy, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be. So hello my fellow fantasy book lovers and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi and welcome. My name is Kathy and I'm a goth girl from Belgium who loves reading fantasy books. In today's video, I am going to show you all the books that I got during the month of January, and I will tell you that I didn't purchase all of these books during the month of January. A few of them are gifts, subscription boxes and pre-orders. So without further ado, let's get into them. The first books that I want to show you are actually late presents because my partner actually ordered books for me through Owlcrate and didn't know that it actually came from the US, and this parcel actually got stuck in customs during the holiday season, so it took a little bit longer for it to get through. Now, one of the first books that I got from them is this one. It is Silver in the Bone. It is a absolutely beautiful edition. It has very shiny edges and it was wrapped in plastic. And because I have another edition, which is I think the Fairy Loot edition, that I have that isn't packed and that I've read, I'm going to keep this one as pristine as possible for as long as possible because I love this book. So yes, I have read Silver in the Bone. I loved it a lot. I'm very much looking forward to book 2. And because I have this gorgeous edition right now, I'm considering selling my other edition, which I think is the Fairy Loot or the Owlcrate one. It's also very pretty, but I only need one hardcover edition of this beautiful book. And whenever the second book comes out, I also want to get this edition of it. Up next, another gift also from Owlcrate. These are the special editions of Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I used to read Laini Taylor's books and then I stopped reading them for some reason because of the reading hiatus that I kind of took. But now I'm back into reading, and this duology has been on my TBR list for so long, but I wanted pretty editions of them and then I was looking into them. So whenever I saw these on Owlcrate's website, I was like, I love these. I would love to have them because the other editions that I think Fairy Loot or Owlcrate has have faces and people on them, and I personally don't like that as much. And I really love the color scheme of the blue with the orange of this and with the gorgeous images. So yeah, super happy with these as well. After that, I want to go through my secondhand book finds because whenever I sell things on Vinted, which is a secondhand platform, I also use that money to buy other things that I want, and most of the time it's books. So these books were technically free because I actually bought them with money that I made off of selling other things. So this is the Prison Healer trilogy. I actually got all 3 of them in hardbacks. They are the simple hardbacks, but I paid, including shipping, 40 euros for these 3, which in my opinion is amazing to have a full trilogy in super good condition for only 40 euros in their hardback covers. Yeah, I really want to read this trilogy. It has been recommended to me by one of my friends. It seems like it's totally something I would love, so that's why I splurged and got the 3 books together. When we were in Ghent to shop during the sales, we also went to one of my favorite bookstores, which is called De Slechte. It is actually a mix between new books and second-hand books, and they have an entire second-hand book section which has fantasy. So of course I have to look there every time we go. And this time I only found one book that I wanted to have. It is called A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Brigid Kemmerer. And this is a gorgeous hardcover book. It looks like it has never been read before. There is even a bookmark in it that I didn't know it had. And yeah, most of their books have this plastic cover. And I paid only 12.5 euros for this seemingly brand new fantasy book. So yeah, very soon I will read this. And the tagline on the back says, "When a kingdom is cursed, love must bloom in the darkest of places." And it has very good reviews, and also online on Goodreads I found that it had nice reviews and a nice rating, so why not? For 12.5 euros, it's fine. At the moment that I'm recording this, we are the second to last day of January, and I have received my Fairy Loot, but not my Owlcrate, which is normal. And the Fairy Loot book of this month is actually The City of Stardust, which I had also pre-ordered from Waterstones. And fun fact, these actually arrived on the exact same day. So now I have this book twice. I have the Fairy Loot edition and I have the Waterstones exclusive edition. So the Fairy Loot one has, of course, this very shiny holographic cover, gorgeous spray painted edges. It also has like alternative artwork and stuff on the book itself and on the insides of the flaps. I think it's gorgeous. And then the Waterstones edition is like the normal cover, I think. It also has gorgeous spray painted edges. It's also signed by the author in bright blue. It doesn't have anything special on the cover, so it's just very simple, and like the back of the fold over cover is also not super different. It has like this gold speckling on the insides, but yeah, it's very pretty as well. With the Fairy Loot one, we also got this card, which is like a note by the author. And I'm quickly checking. The book itself isn't signed by the author. It has like a digital signature. So for now, I'm going to hold on to both of these books. Maybe someday I will get rid of one of them, but for now, I just want to keep both. Up next is a book that I didn't really plan on buying because I actually had the EPUB, and it is 6 Scorched Roses. Now, I do have Serpent and the Wings of Night, book 1, and this is book 1.5 in that series. It's different characters in the same general world. I read this book digitally and I loved it so much that I was like, okay, if I can only buy 2 books this month, this has to be one of them. And I bought this before I got all of the other second-hand books and all of the vintage buys. So yeah, sorry, not sorry to myself. I love this book. It is beautiful. It was amazing. I think currently, because January isn't fully over yet, this has been my favorite read of January. However, Rootless Vows could overtake that because that's the book that I'm currently still reading. And then the final book I bought is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this apparently is a collector's edition. Now, we were at a bookstore and I was going through the sale bins for my partner, found one of the books that he has been looking for the longest time. And then I also saw this book on the new arrival shelf, and it was the only one that I had of this book in this gorgeous edition. Also, the back has the like pretty scythe on it. It has like, and the side of the book actually has like the rules, I think, that the people of the book have. And I have to admit, I picked this book up mainly because of aesthetic reasons, because I just love good black and red and like everything that is Reapers and Necromancers, I generally love. So when I looked it up on Goodreads, it had a really good rating as well. I was just like, okay, I want this book. So I spent 20 euros on this book. And I think I also spent 22 euros on 6 Scorched Roses because it's very difficult to find here in Belgium. So despite my low buy, I still got in 11 books during the month of January, out of which 3 were gifted to me. For the others, I don't really have an excuse. I had a pre-order in them. I had my Fairy Loot subscription, which I'm probably gonna keep active because I do really like the books that are in it. Yeah, all the others, yeah, I just wanted these books. And that's the main trap that I personally fall into whenever I see books that are secondhand, that are really cheap, that I would like to read. I just get them. And physical bookstores, for me, are really difficult to not actually get books from, especially like secondhand bookstores. They are really tricky for me to just leave without buying any books. And I have the same thing with like flea markets. At flea markets, whenever I see fantasy books, if they're in English and decent condition and they're not asking a ridiculous amount of money, I will most of the time purchase them. So I really have to try to not go to these activities because, yeah, I will buy too many books, and I'm fully aware of that. So this year I'm trying to buy less books, but so far I'm not really succeeding. So hopefully I'm gonna do better in February. In February there's also not anything special, I think, coming out, other than, of course, I pre-ordered J. Kristoff's Empire of the Damned, so that book will for sure be arriving. I actually cancelled my Owlcrate subscription, so I'm still getting the January book, but not the February one. And yeah, of course, Fairy Loot also will be arriving. So I think for February I want to have a maximum of 5 books, unless, of course, I sell books online and then I can use that money for more books, because more books is always better. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you think about my recent purchases? Is there any books that you loved from these or any books I should really check out? I would love to know. Feel free to let me know as well. I know a few of you are also doing a low buy. How is it going for you? Is it going better than mine? Because I feel like I haven't learned a lot and I am still buying way too many books. If you enjoyed this video, of course, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every week and I would love to have you here for every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!